Right, just come across a video on Facebook. Ken Lansley, interesting fellow, look him up. So it's not my video, but I'm going to share it because it makes some really interesting points about power production in this country, and it makes you question why the price is going up. And actually, you can look at all the information it gives you the links to the documents. So have a look at this and see what you think. Very interesting.
Hey, this is a bit random, but I wanted to share it with you, so bear with me. So, I've just been doing some digging into power output here in the UK, because obviously fuel prices are going through the roof, and obviously everybody's blaming it on apparently a war. So I just thought I'd do some digging. So one of the documents I wanted to have a look at, which you can all have a look at, is gridwatch.co.uk, which is basically showing you power generation of all power stations in the UK, so all operating power stations in the UK. The top output station that we have in the UK, so the one that produces the most power, is Drax Power. And Drax Power are based up in Yorkshire, I think. Let's have a look. They are... Yeah, they're basically sort of Selby way. So Drax Power, what's interesting, by the way, is they are Drax biomass units. So they don't use gas, they don't use coal, they don't use nuclear, they're actually biomass boilers. So they use wood pellets and sunflower husk pellets. So that is the largest output station that we've got in the UK, and its capacity is 2,640 megawatts. 2,640 megawatts, okay? Next one down is RWE in Pembroke, which uses natural gas, which is 2,199, and so on and so on and so on. We have to go a long way down before we find offshore wind. Hornsea number 1 is the largest offshore wind farm that we've got, which has a maximum operating capacity of 1,218 megawatts. And then you come down and you've got, I mean, this is like really low. I mean, if you look at Hinkley Point Nuclear is 965 megawatts. So that gives you an idea of sort of the output. But as I say, you know, what's really, I think, quite interesting there is we have the largest one, as I say, Drax Power at 2,640. We've then got Hydro, which is the Welsh Hydro Station, which is 1,800 megawatts of power, and that's from pump storage, so that's a hydro station. I know it because I've been there. So yeah, quite interesting. What's even more interesting though is if we have a look at the contract, and I've looked at many of these. So the waste contracts that are issued in the UK by local authorities for organisations to take away your domestic refuse. And I've looked at a number of these, and you can look them up yourself. So the main company that gets contracted, and by the way, these contracts are for 24 years at a time, the largest one is Veolia. So if you have a look, and they all create a limited company just for that contract. So I am looking currently at the moment on Companies House at Veolia ES Birmingham Limited. And this is their end of year full audited accounts of December 2020. So it states here that the company has got a main contract for taking away Birmingham refuse, household waste, for 25 years. In 2019, that contract was extended to run through till 16th of January 2024. All of the waste goes to energy recovery facilities for power generation. This is key. Okay, so you're charged by your local authority for your bin to get taken away. It's taken away by Veolia if you live in Birmingham, or actually most of the councils in the UK, it's taken away by Veolia. You'll see it on the side of their trucks, or it's Biffa, or it's one of those. So let's say it's Veolia. So if we're looking at Birmingham, so all of the waste that they collect from Birmingham goes to incineration effectively for power generation in the UK. Guess how much power the waste of Birmingham... Now, bearing in mind, they charge you to take this waste away, and they charge the council for the contract. Power generation, and remember what I've just told you, power generation from the waste of Birmingham in 2020 resulted in 175,000 megawatts of electricity. And in 2019, they produced 173,000 megawatts. So their revenue in the year ending 31st of December 2020, just for the contract with Birmingham City Council, Veolia's contract, 25-year contract extended, was £55.99 million. Just let all that sink in and maybe watch this back a few times. Why are our energy prices going up, folks? Bugger all to do with the war, bugger all to do with oil. Vibrations up, live life, love nature, pesky, pesky facts. Want to look it up yourself? Go onto Company's House, put Veolia capitals, so it's Veolia space ES capitals. Just put that in and it'll come up with all the councils that they've got a contract with. See you later.